No, not really, but let's do it.
Oh, well, too bad because I pressed live, so we're live. Um, we're live! So, um, last time what happened was everybody except Najma got exiled from the city of Helis, which is the capital city of um, which is the capital city of uh, oh my gosh, Hyunju. Um, what word on the screen is? Wow. Okay. Um, basically everybody got exiled except for Najma. Najma is still chilling at Heli, but Copac, Idru, and Varen are uh, um, at the port town of Heli. Um, Varen and Copac and Idru have been Copac and Idru have been brought into the castle as guests. They are sort of just helping out with whatever the Marquis wants. They have found out, I believe I told them this, uh, is that this Marquis um, is in fact the, sorry, I'm trying to get things working. He is the uncle to the Queen Celeste. Um, Now, Varen has sent a mysterious letter to contacts in Helis, presumably, um, through one of the temples he has found, who specializes in such a thing. And I'm waiting on the results. Now let me put out on announcements on the Discord. Have you guys anything to add about what you're doing?
Not really.
Nope. Kopak's just waiting to see where they take him. And if he
I'm
gets
just
towards
waiting
the
for
end or
someone
not.
to try to kill me.
Okay. Um. Well,
Same here, buddy. Every day.
we will actually start with Varen. Varen, you actually um sorry, I'm looking at like five
Can,
different things I probably
can I
shouldn't be looking
tell
at.
you what Varen's doing after leaving the temple?
Varen has left the temple. What is he looking for?
Nothing. So, Varen has sent the message to the people. I
Mm-hmm.
have been banished. I can no longer enter the city. My job is officially over. So now I'm going into wrap up mode. So take stock, take account of everything, plan out how I'm going to leave. Do I have anywhere else to go? Are there any other revolutions that are requesting my help? Is there any loose ends I need to tie up? Stuff like that. So I'm probably just leaning against the temple, writing stuff down on a notepad.
All right. Um, roll me a perception.
Oh, where are my fucking dice? Give me a goddamn second.
Okay.
Actually, question. Can I
Mm.
just take passive on this?
Yeah. What's your passive?
Fun.
10.
I think so.
If his wisdom's not high, it's probably that. Is your wisdom
doing
lower than
bad.
an 11?
There's bad. Yeah, it did.
You don't notice anything.
Yeah. I'm not trying to. I'm kind of focused on my own shit.
Yep. So because you don't notice anything, you don't notice until this person is right on top of you. And you're so wrapped up in all of your writing and everything. All of a sudden, someone just, you hear like shouting like right in front of you, and someone just pushes past the crowds that are gathered, just walking, and just pushes past, and they seem to be running from someone. And someone else say, "Catch them!" It's up to you.
I know it is, but you don't want. You're trying to bait me to shoot him. You know what? Varen doesn't have a plan at the moment. Because we're not like on a port city, right? We're in like mainland.
No, you are at a port city.
It is a port city?
Yes,
I thought the main city was a port city.
they both are.
Oh, okay. Is this whole continent a fucking peninsula?
Look at the world
Oh
map
my.
and then ask questions.
um, how close is the person running away to me?
By the time you notice, about 20 feet.
How close are the people chasing them?
Like 50.
I don't want to actively participate in this, but I'm going to wander into the crowd like I'm distracted with what I'm doing and sort of just be in the way of the guards.
Okay. Roll me a dex save. Okay.
Dirty 20.
So dirty 20.
Yep.
Okay. I only heard a +2. So, okay. Yeah, so you wander in the way. There's only one guard. The rest of them seem to be just ordinary people. Um, you successfully sort of just wander into them. You yourselves don't get hit. But you kind of, they trip over you and kind of
Whoa, whoa, oh gosh,
one of the
jeez.
one of the guys who looks
I'm sorry.
a little bit more stout actually just falls over into the crowd that's gathered. Um,
I act all apologetic and try to help him up.
uh,
I'm so sorry about that. I wasn't watching where I was going.
did you catch him?
Catch who?
The thief.
Hold on.
And
Give me a second.
yep. All good.
Just thinking of a lie. Give him a second.
Okay.
Or his family's calling him someplace. Can't tell. Because he's muted.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
you're fine. And as you were asking this guy questions, this woman comes up. She looks out of breath. She's kind of a little bit teary. She sees the guard has seemed to run off, but it's just this baker. You tell now he's a baker. This dude, and she kind of goes, did you catch him? Did you get it back? And the
I'm
baker,
just confused.
the baker kind of brushes himself off. I really, it's my mother's amulet, and I really, I need that. It's the only like memento I have left of her. And you see now these two people are dressed the internet flipping out.
I don't know. He said these people are dressed in and they went quiet.
Okay, they're dressed in orange.
Ah.
And it is her mother's amulet that was stolen. And
Yeah, to chase a thief. You're always more likely to find whatever they stole in the market because they're going to try to sell it.
well, they both kind of turn to look at you. Can you find it then? It's really important to me.
I mean,
For it to be okay.
It's out again.
Yeah,
I just cannot hear her at all.
I am aware my internet keeps cutting in and out. My Streamlabs has like 10 notifications of trying to reconnect. Let me go check the internet port really fast, make sure it's not like covered by stuff. But
Fair, fair.
basically she asked, "Oh, how do you know they're always criminals are always like this around this time of year. How do you know which market it'll be at?" Okay. I'll be
The market it would be at. Can I roll for this? Because I don't actually have a good answer. But I should know, being as I've done this a million times, more than likely.
Would you be smart enough to sell it in a different town or stupid enough to sell it in the same town?
No, they're orange cast. This person isn't robbing from like rich, valuable people. They're gonna peddle it as fast as they can, so it'd be in town.
Makes sense.
Alrighty, I'm
It
back.
most likely. Ah, welcome back. Did you hear my question?
No, because I walked away to go check the internet.
Mm-mm. So, she asked where they would try to sell it. I don't actually have an answer, but Varen's probably done this exact thing, steal from someone and then go peddle it for money hundreds of times.
Yeah.
So can I just roll for it?
You can roll a history check or general intelligence check to see if you can come up with an answer on the spot, based off of prior knowledge. Maybe you walked by something on the way into town.
Okay, so we're running this on what I know versus what I've been paying attention to.
Yes, so history check.
What's my history?
It's
I
your
just want
intelligence.
fun. I don't like paying attention to things, that's for sure. Ooh, 17. I'll take a 16.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you definitely walked by some shadier parts of town on your way in. And you've been wandering around town by yourself, so you kind of saw that, yep, that's where the criminals hang out, sort of areas. You have a pretty good guess that it would be on the southeast side of town.
Typically speaking, and I mean no offense, but the guy's not robbing, royalty. He's probably going to try to peddle it off as quick as he can. I'd guess the southeastern, shadier side of town.
You're telling this to the
You'd probably
lady?
be, yeah, you'd
Okay.
probably be best off just going down there, finding it, and buying it. Then you don't have to deal with anyone, getting upset or trying to keep it from you so they don't get in trouble. Just go buy it back.
Well,
They just want gold.
the guards probably will catch him soon, won't they?
No, they won't.
Oh.
Trust me. The selling part is the hard part. The stealing part is the easy one.
Oh. And she kind of looks at you and like does the whole like chest clutch of clutching her remaining jewels closer to her. Sort of like, oh, what do you know about that?
Don't worry. Where I'm from, the Thieves Guild is a reputable company, and I haven't been paid to steal anything from you. I could, however, be paid to steal something for you.
Well, uh,
I
but,
do a small curtsy bow.
they kind of just like look at each other like, what's going on? Um, I see. So you're not from here. That much is obvious. Well, I suppose you don't know then. It's in about a week. The the Marquis, the lord of this town, um, holds the yearly sort of festival, I suppose you could say. Everyone who's done a crime gets the chance to go free. And so crime really picks up around this time of year. But they're usually caught, and they just think, they can get away with it. They're not as scared of being caught. They think they can get away with it because they'll just run through and not have to worry about it very soon.
Question, person.
Yes.
As a thief, uh, could I tell if this person who was running through the crowd was a professional or not, or just some opportune purse snatcher?
It's some opportune purse snatcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you could wait for them to catch them. They're probably going to, toss the thing as quick as possible. So if you want to wait until the person's caught, confesses, and gets released to find out where they sold it, be my guest. But by that time, someone's probably going to have bought it.
Oh, she kind of looks at the baker, and the baker's kind of giving you like a side eye. Like he's pretty suspicious of you. Um,
Good. I'm a fucking thief.
um, and uh, is right next to you. And holding the thief, by the collar. There's several other guards that apparently helped him grab this guy. Sorry about that, ma'am. We'll take him away and we'll play in the games in a couple days. But yes, ma'am. We have your amulet here, and he kind of holds it out to her. And she kind of Thank you, good sirs, and madams, to the guards, and kind of the baker guy kind of just in your direction with like a little smirk.
So I think I'm actually going to try to catch up with you guys and talk to the Marquis about what's going on.
Okay.
Because that sounds like a great way to get out of here.
Okay. So you're gonna try to find Copac. Okay. Everybody is laughing maniacally. Nothing gets changed, I see. Okay, so you're gonna try to find Copac and Varen. Or Copac
Yep.
and Idru.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Give me a
No, I'm just gonna walk to the castle because that's the direction they went in. I'm not putting any effort into this.
Okay, go to the castle.
Whee!
You go to the castle. Copac. In the meantime, you and Varen, or you and Idru, dang it. I can word, it's fine. You and Idru, Idru's just kind of doing his thing, in the back sort of chamber. Um, you receive sort of a knock on the door.
I will open it.
Hi, it's me, the devil.
It is actually a servant, um, dressed in yellow with a purple little flower, hemming, around the neckline. And she goes, "Excuse me, sirs. The Marquis would like to invite you for tea, if you would."
Okay. I shall waddle forward
Okay.
and leave Idru to whatever Idru does.
Yeah. Idru's doing Idru things. If Itachi shows up, I will.
Summoning the devil, making pacts, that's fun stuff.
Yeah, just typical warlock stuff. Um,
Eating babies.
no, that's Varen. Okay. So you are sort of brought down out of the tower to the main castle, and there's a sort of little veranda that's facing the sea. It's covered from the sun. There's sort of a lattice wall around, so there's sunlight, but it's in a little bit of shade, and there's breeze, but not too strong. It's pretty nice out. And you are, you know, they sit you down and they offer you some tea. It's you from Guanikia, you're used to this sort of type of tea. It's basically it's chai. Think chai, so it's a lot thicker. It's orangey in color. It's not like black tea or gray tea. Um, I am waiting for the internet. Okay. My niece has spoken to your about your group of adventurers, not with fondness, I must say, but your pardon her, she's usually on edge. She's had a bit of a rough life, but being queen and all that. But there is something I'd like you to do for me, Copac, yes?
Yes.
Yes, make up for their crimes. It's a yearly event. It's just called usually the games or the running. I'm not good with names. The people call it whatever they wish. Um, It's not good for what they call PR, but it doesn't matter that much to me.
Going through it.
What? What'd you say?
Last thing I heard was these games are and that was it.
Oh, these games are a way for criminals to uh to make up for their crimes. It is held every year for as long as I have been in Marquis' castle, which is about 300 years or so, maybe 400. You lose track of time so easily, you know? But I heard you like to tinker with things.
Yes, I do occasionally make things and craft things.
Hmm,
That is my typical trade. I
yes,
do work in the forge.
indeed, indeed. So, would you like to? There are some criminals that we have a hierarchy in how we do it, what the populace calls the running or the games. Um, would you perhaps like to either uh, I'd like to have I'd like for you to have a look at the dungeon, maybe see sort of um, you know, what traps you could tinker with, or perhaps make some we give some of the ones with lighter crimes, things like armor and weapons. They get put in a little bit later, um, so they have a better chance. So perhaps we could commission you to make some items and let you have a look at these dungeons beforehand to see sort of if you could add anything.
I can take a look and see what materials I'm working with.
Of course, of course. Uh, well, I must say this is the majority of it was built before the war, you know, so we were on fairly good relations with the dwarves and the giants, John said at the time. And a lot of the initial crafting is dwarven made, but now
Oh, good.
it's
They typically build strong
oh yes, I
uh,
do.
architect.
Yes, it's unfortunate what happened, but I do miss commissioning them for certain things. Uh, but I'm sure you would have heard about all of that talk in the capital, so that does not encourage it. It is very personal to her, after all. But regardless,
Yes, who did have a dwarf try to fire us, so to speak, while we first entered the town.
oh, Greta, what happened? And he kind of
Yeah,
like
we
leans
were all
forward.
detained. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, he kind of like leans forward, like he's definitely interested in whatever you have to say.
When we first pulled into port, we were all detained due to suspicions of being rebels.
Hmm.
And while we were all being interrogated, a dwarf pulled out, I believe it was a scroll of fireball, and tried to blow us all up.
To
Well,
be fair, we were rebels.
DM note. That's why I did that to make you guys go, ah, we caught already. Anyway, um, well, that is certainly exciting. Um, well, yes. Unfortunately, we don't have good relationship with the doors anymore. How old are you, Mr. Copac?
Above game, I think I said it was like 140,
Okay.
if I remember right. I talked to the queens a while ago, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. So we'll say like 140.
Okay. Ah, okay. So you're just you're right. Well, how long do your people live? In those years, you are very young.
If I remember right, Luxodons can live up to 400.
Okay. So fairly, you're fairly. Mm, well, I'll give you a little bit of a insider's. I've, I'll give you a bit of an insider's note of what happened. The war, of course, affected almost all of the other countries because of the lack of resources and everything. I'm not too old, but well, fairly middle aged. He kind of does like a little like peacocking and it's like, but I'm still very good looking. And it's been a while, but no, those dwarves killed my sister's husband. I sent an assassin and I killed him in the middle of the night. Poor Celeste was just a child, and her mother's grave is actually here. She comes to visit from time to time. But um, yeah, this is no more dwarves are allowed. Uh, the queens got married. Hmm, I'd say probably about 50 years after that. So they're both very young. They're only about 100 when they were married, but it's not unusual. And so, yes, they've been at war for almost as long as they know and don't know how to do anything but hate dwarves. Those of us who are older remember before the war. But regardless, I sidetrack. So, let's say give you what, a $500 finder's fee for me for looking at the dungeon, and then depending on what materials you need and what you plan to do, maybe 20 platinum for your work. Is that acceptable to you?
That sounds reasonable.
Very well. Um, well, uh, unfortunately, I have to wrap this meeting up. I have many other duties to attend to. You understand. Um, and we'll see about getting down there tomorrow. We are Manservant to accompany us tomorrow.
Yeah, so that sounds perfect. I don't really have anything else planned for tomorrow.
Uh, Perfect.
Maybe just finding our other companion who might have been lost, but he might just show up eventually.
You're the companion. Which one is this? Is this the cleric?
No, it is a short rogue fellow with blonde or brownish hair,
Ah,
wearing
yes.
yellow clothes.
Ah, yes. Celeste did not speak fondly of him. Is that
I
right?
believe so. At least that's what he
Yeah.
tells us.
Ah, okay. I will keep an eye out for him. And he kind of like waves off to one of his guards and if there's anything at all you need. When we do the tour tomorrow, we'll make sure to include. You said you mostly work around the forge.
Yes, preferably.
Yes. We have a few crafters who work there. And so we'll show you there. It's still up and running, and I look forward to it. We'll add that onto your. There's still tea and snacks on the table. For me.
Now
Please
we can.
during if after. Okay. Um. So yeah, he walks off, sweeps off, and are you guys? sorry, Copac, did you want to eat anything else on the table or just go back to your room? Waiting game. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm actually just gonna end the stream, but because I think that's eating up all of my stuff. But I